morning, everyone. I'm Ekta Rao, Assistant Professor in Himalayan School of Management Studies, Swami Ram Himalayan University. In today's lecture, we will be talking about strategic management. So when we talk about any organization, that particular organization has to take different type of decisions for the different departments, like for marketing, finance, HR, and IT, etc. But when we are taking those decisions at an organizational level, these decisions are known as strategic decisions. So we'll try to understand what is the meaning of strategy, what is strategic management, what is the process of strategic management. All these things we will try to understand one by one. So when we talk about strategic management, it is the art and science of formulating, implementing, and evaluating cross-functional decisions that enable an organization to achieve its objectives. Every organization has got few objectives which it has to achieve. To achieve those objectives, we have to formulate, implement, and evaluate the decisions which we are taking. Here, one word which I have mentioned is cross-functional decisions. So when we are talking about strategic management, we are not talking about one particular department like marketing, finance, or HR, but we are talking about an approach where we are integrating all these departments and we are aligning the objectives of the organization in such a way that we are able to achieve success and growth for the organization. So when we talk about strategic management, it is synonymously used with strategic planning. And here we are talking about framing the strategies, about deciding about the strategies, how to implement the strategies, and finally, how to see whether we have been able to achieve the objectives or not. So when we talk about a strategic plan of any organization, we say that it is a company's game plan. See, like when we talk about this word strategy, it came basically from military. So like in military, when two armies are fighting, they have their own resources, they have their own ways and means in which they are dealing with their enemy. This is the same approach which we are following in the competitive world of business, wherein we are deciding how to deal with our competitors, how to have strategies through which we are able to manage the competitors and achieve success for ourselves. So a strategic plan actually results from tough managerial choices from the various alternatives which we have. And we have to give commitment to specific markets, specific policies, procedures, and operations. This means that we have a number of alternatives regarding markets, regarding procedures, regarding operations, and we have to make a choice among these. So this is basically what we mean by a strategic plan. When we talk about any organization, it has to take different strategic decisions. Now, what are those strategic decisions? Let us try to understand that. Firms have to decide which new businesses they have to enter because times are changing, the world is changing. We cannot stick to one particular thing. So firms have to decide what new businesses to enter. Some of the businesses might not be doing well with the passage of time. The products might have become obsolete. The products are outdated. So firm has to take a decision about few businesses which they have to abandon. How to allocate the resources, whatever funds the firm has, where it has to allocate, in which businesses it has to allocate. Whether to expand the operations or diversify. What are the different areas in which we want to go? Whether to enter the international markets, whether we want to remain only a domestic firm or whether we want to enter into the international markets. If we are expanding, should we go in for a merger? Should we go in for a joint venture? How are we going to manage if somebody wants to take over the firm? So these are the strategic decisions which any firm has to take. And this is why strategic management is important, because we are planning so that we are able to decide about things and have a proactive approach. Strategic management, strategic planning is actually a proactive approach. That is, we are deciding about whatever is happening in our business environment, and according to that, we are taking the decisions. Now, when we talk about strategic management, it exists at 3 levels: the corporate level, divisional level, and the strategic business unit level, and the functional level. Now, these divisions we will be taking on in the later lectures. At present, you need to know that it exists at these different levels. And strategic management helps a firm function as a competitive team. Why? Because we are having certain objectives. We are moving towards those objectives. We are generating momentum in the organization to move it towards those objectives. And everybody is working towards those goals and those objectives. And that is why we are functioning as a competitive team. So when we talk about the strategic model, this is going to give you a better picture of what do we actually mean by strategic management. So the first thing which we are analyzing in the strategic management model is, where are we now? So we are seeing the present situation. Then we are analyzing, where do we want to go? What is the position which we want to achieve? What is the place which we want to achieve in the business environment, in the market? And how are we going to get there? So very simply put, the strategic management model is answering these 3 important questions. They seem to be very simple, but when we get down to actual working, it is not that easy. Because taking a decision about where we want to go, how we want to go, it requires a lot of time, energy, resources, and that is why we are focusing on this strategic management model. So when we talk about the comprehensive strategic management model, it starts from vision and mission. Then we perform the external audit, we perform the internal audit, we establish the long-term objectives, we generate, evaluate, and select the different strategies, we implement the strategies, and we implement the strategies in the different functional areas like marketing, finance, accounting, R&D, MIS, and then we measure and evaluate the performance. So starting from the vision and mission, the strategic management is flowing, and ultimately in the end, we are doing a control in the means that if we have decided that there are certain goals and objectives which had to be achieved, have we been able to achieve those goals and objectives or not? And what is the kind of corrective action which is required? See, actually the model seems very simple, but it is not very simple, because at each and every stage, we require a lot of information, we require a lot of decision making. So when we study about these different areas in detail, we'll understand what are the complexities which are coming in these different areas. So the first thing which we are taking up today is vision and mission statements, because from here, the strategic management is going to flow. So when we talk about mission, it tells us why the organization is existing and what it should be doing. So each and every organization is there because it has a specific function to perform. It is doing something for the customers, it is adding value for the customers, and it is giving its own contribution to the society. For example, let us say Lakme. So Lakme will never say that I am there in the market because I want to earn profit. So Lakme says that I am into the beauty business. I want to make people beautiful. Okay. For example, let us say we talk about Hindustan Unilever Limited. So HUL says that I want to provide all the good products to people so that they can have a good standard of living. They have a good quality of life. So when we talk about the different organizations, they are existing not to earn profits, but they are existing because they are serving some kind of purpose in the society. So that is what basically we mean by the mission statement. So the mission statement is telling us how one organization is different from another. It is identifying the scope of a firm's operations in product and market terms, what kind of product it is going to produce and for which type of a market. It is also answering the basic question of what is our business. So mission is actually telling us the fundamental unique purpose for which any organization is existing. And this fundamental unique purpose makes that particular organization different from others. That is why the mission statement of any company is very, very significant. So, as I just now told you, that the mission statement is the purpose or reason for the organization. It promotes shared expectations, it communicates the public image, and it is telling us who we are, what we do, and what we aspire to become. Next, we talk about the vision statement. So, the vision statement tells us what do we want to become. So, a vision statement would be like, what do we want to be 20 years from now? What would we like to be positioned as 20 years from now? So, because it is a very long-term vision. So, from there we are going to start the planning, and that is why we say that vision is considered the first step in strategic planning. We'll now take few examples and try to understand what is a mission statement and what is a vision statement. For example, Amazon says the mission of Amazon is we strive to offer our customers the lowest possible prices, the best available selection, and the utmost convenience. When we read the mission of Amazon, it becomes clear to us, what is Amazon trying to do? And I think it becomes clear to each and every employee of Amazon that what is Amazon trying to give to the customer. So we see that Amazon is working to provide us products at a low cost. It is trying to give us a huge variety of products, and it is trying to give us the utmost convenience. Now, when we translate this into goals and objectives, what are the important things on which Amazon has to work? It has to work on procurement of products in such a way that they are available to us at the lowest price. It has to have a variety. The assortment is very, very important. And the website of Amazon, the user interaction of Amazon has to be developed in such a way that is very easy for the customer to order online. So these are the things on which the strategy of Amazon is going to be based. Then when we talk about the vision of Amazon, what does the vision say? It says to be Earth's most customer-centric company where customers can find and discover anything they might want to buy online. So this is how it is working to provide services to the customers. And this is the vision of Amazon, that it does not want that the customer has to go to any other website to order. Whatever is available in this world, in this universe, that should be there on Amazon. And I think to a great extent, Amazon has been able to do it. What we think about, we can find it on Amazon. So whatever is happening within Amazon is going to be based on these two things, that is the mission and the vision. Further, if we talk about Uber, let's try to understand what is the mission of Uber. So Uber says transportation as reliable as running water everywhere for everyone. So see, I think it's in around 10 to 11 words, Uber has been able to transfer what it is trying to do. It's talking about reliability. For example, if I have to go somewhere and if I book an Uber, it has to come on time. So time precision is very important. Everywhere, availability is very important, and everyone So their affordability is important. When we talk about the vision of Uber, Uber says smarter transportation with fewer cars and greater access. Transportation that's safer, cheaper, and more reliable. Transportation that creates more job opportunities and higher income for drivers. See, if we try to understand the vision in what it is trying to what Uber is trying to give us, we are saying that Uber is also a little bit conscious about the environment, because it is talking about smarter transportation with fewer cars. So here it is showing that I am concerned about the environment, and it is also providing employment. So it is also concerned towards the community. So the vision statement is also reflecting what Uber is trying to do for the society. Further, when we talk about Sony, we say that it is a company that inspires and fulfills your curiosity. So Sony is talking about innovation, Sony is talking about entertainment, and that is why it is having this kind of a mission. What is the vision? Using our unlimited passion for technology, content, and services to deliver groundbreaking new excitement and entertainment. So further, it is trying to develop upon these things only, like technology, like content, and give the best to the consumer in terms of technology and entertainment. Once the vision and mission are clear to you, you've understood what do we mean by a mission and vision. So once they have been framed, then the firms frame their goals and objectives. So we say that the vision and mission are qualitative and the goals and objectives are more in quantitative terms. Mission and vision are more, they're not exactly vague, but they do not give us very quantitative figures which we have to achieve. So when the vision and mission gets translated into objectives, there is some kind of quantification which comes in, and this quantification helps in evaluating the strategy when we have to do so. So when we talk about corporate goals and objectives, they are in terms of profitability, in terms of efficiency, in terms of growth. So we say increase in the total assets, increase in the total sales. It is in terms of resource utilization. What is the return on investment? What is the return on equity? It's about reputation, what kind of a brand image the firm has in the market. It's in terms of contribution to employees. What is the kind of employment security? What is the kind of job security we are giving them? What is the wages which we are giving to them? How are we managing the diversity? Contribution to society. What is the kind of tax which we are paying? What is the participation in charities? And then market leadership, market share. So here, I've tried to give you a few examples through which, you'll be able to understand what do we mean by the corporate goals and objectives, and how does any firm set the corporate goals and objectives. So in today's lecture, we have tried to understand the comprehensive strategic management model. We try to understand what is the mission, what is vision, and what are goals and objectives. So in the next lecture, we will move ahead from this. Thank you.